Hey guys, don't be grim, cause I'm Dreary, and today we are going to be taking a look at your guys' animation and I'll be giving them critiques. Now, a few days ago, I set up a Google Forms and asked you to submit your animations. Now I'm going to be taking a look at all your animations and giving the best advice I can. Now, this will be a lot like my animation cringe and critiquing your OCs. And you guys seem to enjoy that, so I hope you enjoy this one all the same. But I'll stop taking up your time and we can get on to choosing. To make sure I wouldn't know which animations I was picking, I went to Google and got a random number generator, then set it to my maximum number of responses, which was 27. Then, I just simply got my numbers. My numbers ended up being this: 26, 14, and 19. Hey, this is me after editing. I had to replace all the music in this with some basic 2009 vlog music, so I hope you don't mind. I didn't want to have the same music repeating over and over and over again, so I decided to do something a bit different. But with that out of the way, we can finally continue on to my critiques. Okay, so for this one at the beginning, the hand and thumb animation doesn't seem to hold a purpose during the rest of the animation, and the fingers just stand still while the thumb seems to stretch and shrink. Now I think that's the thumb bending, but it isn't really easy to tell, so for this bit I would either learn a bit more of anatomy by looking at references before doing a close-up. However, I do understand as hands are actually very hard to do. Then, for the rest, I'd say just put a few more in between frames to make it look a bit smooth. And the end, here, is a bit sudden, so to make it a bit less so, you should make the music fade away, like in this one. So first things first, the tweening and background animation is very good and smooth, and I like both of them, but I would have preferred if there was more character animation. While there is the character moving around screen, there's only one time that I can think of where there is a actual character animation, where the character itself is not moving around screen, but it's the character moving, if that makes sense. I would prefer more of those actions. It could be something as little as a step, or a blink, or a little bit of its mouth moving. While the tweening is smooth, it doesn't catch your eye. Your eye is more drawn to the more moving, more flipping background. So instead of the character being what you're keeping an eye on, you're mainly watching the background and watching it. So I think if you made the audience focus more on the character, by giving it a bit more animation and not just moving it around the screen, it would draw in the attention and have people watching for longer. But of course there was this bit, right here, where it has an amazing bit of tweening and animation. I would have liked to see more of this. So for this first one, the blue bit of animation, it's smooth, don't get me wrong. It isn't as smooth as the next one, but it is still smooth as the hair is being pushed by what I can only assume is the wind. But the problem is, it doesn't look as smooth as it should be, because it snaps back to the original position. I think what should have been done is having it, I don't know the technical term, but ping pong back to the beginning. That way you could see it go back and then come back to the original position without it just snapping back, which made it look a bit more lazy. Then I do enjoy how the words appear on screen. It's unique the way they come in and come off, and makes it look a bit more unique than other animation and other animation memes I've seen, as I haven't seen any exactly like that before. And I do love it. It is extremely fluid and it gives you the vibe of the original song. This bit of animation is amazingly fluid. I wish I could do as good character animations as this one can, because you can just see all the positions and you can feel the emotions coming off of the character in such a short amount of time. But this is where I have my main problem. It's a bit less character animation and a bit more tweening. And the tweening itself doesn't look smooth. It goes to one position, then snaps down a bit, then follows that position. And it seems to be going too slow and doesn't have any other thing on screen, but this could be covered up by something moving in the background and distracting you from the single black thing. Maybe having something gray, like the gray circles from the last one, to draw your attention away from the tweening thing and onto the background itself, the opposite of the problem as last time. And then Maybe making it a bit faster while going down would have made it look better. And other than that little bit of beginning tweening, it does look very nice, and we're going to move on to the end. Congratulations, you made it to the end of the video. Why don't you celebrate by subscribing and liking the video? And if you want to see these people's amazing animations with the original audio, then check out their channels and send in your own animation via the links in the description. See ya!